hello, 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 everybody. Everybody. What's cracking? What's happening? What's going on? How is everybody doing? Cheers, guys. This is gonna be real talk right here. Just got home, guys, too. But let's get into it. Sometimes I consider my job a downgrade and an upgrade at the same time. Please elaborate. What does that mean, mofo? Well, first of all, it basically means that ever since I got my new job, it just feels like sometimes I feel this downgrade upgrade, and then it just feels super weird because I came from a mechanic shop, an actual shop. From going to a mechanic shop, garage, helping customers with their cars, actually helping customers with the car, going to the car, driving cars, is not there anymore, and it feels so weird. I actually really do miss working with cars. I still work with cars, but not under the company policies. There's a lot of things that we cannot do. And I'm all like, I don't know. I want to touch. I want to feel. I want to get in the engine. And I want to tell people what they need and what they don't. Because as soon as that hood is open, I start looking around. Because that's how my eyes were trained to at my last job. Was as soon as a hood, as soon as a car lifts up off the ground, look at the suspension. As soon as the hood pops up, check the filters, check the air filters, check the fluids. My brain was trained to do that. Still to this day, I still look at it like, I miss it. And I'm all like, man, I feel like, again, the reason why I say that, because I came from a shop, guys. I came from a shop. And from people that want to go to a shop, usually they'll start off at parts stores. They'll start at a parts store, and then as gradually time goes on, you tell them you work at a parts store, they're like, okay, well, at least you know some parts. And then they'll bring you in for an interview at a shop. And I'm all like, I did the opposite here. I went for my interview at the shop first, then an actual parts store. And it's super crazy to even think about. And like I said, I consider it as a downgrade and upgrade at the same time, because I downgraded to not being at a shop anymore, not having that shop life, to upgrade/downgrade, going back to square one, but being a manager in that position. So I upgraded. So during the time that I was at a shop, I did not want to be a manager. I felt like it was so much stress. And then as time went on, I felt that need, that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do this. Sometimes I guess, try new things in your field. And I personally want to go back so bad to a shop. Like, That's where you get dirty. That's where you interact with people and their own cars. You tell them what's wrong with their car. You acknowledge, you touch, you feel, you open, you represent, you tell, you market, you do everything that you need to do. And that's why I'm grateful that I have that shop experience, but at the same time, I miss it so much. I miss being at the shop so much. And people all the time ask me, "Oh, you work for a shop?" Me too. I was like, man, I know, I miss it a lot. Paku's scratching. Paku, are you gonna eat the rest? I gave Paku an apple. I don't have any treats for ya. I need to get some treats. He's scratching. But yeah, no, again, sometimes I feel that way, upgrade and downgrade at the same time. And a lot of people don't, they're like, what the heck, man? What does that even mean? Like I said, I upgraded to be a manager, but at the same time downgraded because I'm not at a shop anymore. But therefore, I'm a manager standpoint. What the heck is that buzzing noise? What that buzzing noise was? There's some dog going crazy in the background. I've been working long hours lately too. I've been trying to cope with these long hours. My foot still hurts. I need to figure out what's going on. I'm giving it a week or so, but I do need to figure out how I guess my insurance is working out right now. I'm not even sure if I have insurance at the moment. I have to look. But I need to, so that way I can go to the doctor and figure out what's wrong with my foot. And my foot never hurt this much. Never. It's just weird. And then today my foot was hurting, and then I'm like trying cracking it and stuff. And it felt fine. All of a sudden, just voila. And I'm like, am I thinking about the hurtness or what? I'm hoping like I bend something back in place. But yeah, it's so much. And I really do wanna go back to working at a shop. Maybe one day I'll go back. Maybe one day I'll be another service advisor, and I'll probably be more knowledgeable about being a service advisor than ever. More, I guess, since you start fresh, start new. Now at my job, how many minutes? We're about 9 minutes into it. But right now, today at my job, they're finally opening up to me, and they're finally talking to me. They gave me some slack. They saw that I was kind of uptight, that I didn't talk at all to anybody, and I didn't want to. I didn't need to. What was the point, And I'm like, I know these are my coworkers. I should talk to them, but at the same time, not right now. I set my boundaries and I set it high. So some of the crew started talking to me. Some of the crew's like, I can't wait to talk to her. There's one particular guy that he's like really, really friendly. Like the first time we met, it was pretty friendly. But I had to stand my ground. I don't want to have a flaw. I want to make sure that people know me as serious. Why so serious? Because that's how I am. I am very serious sometimes at work. Sometimes. And that's one thing that I miss being at the shop, is screaming at the top of my lungs, cawing, roostering, freaking yelling. And it's so weird not to be in a shop. I do miss those shop days, and I'll just keep hoping, one day my opportunity could be there. I'm just trying to gain my experience. It's not like I want to make a career out of working at a parts store. I kind of want to, but at the same time, it's like, no, that's not what I want. What I want to be is in a dealership or some sort. Right now, they stopped tampering. Well, for right now, they stopped tampering with my schedule because I had complained. So if they tamper again and again, that's it. I'm out. I don't like that tampering where it's like, I know nobody is guaranteed hours. I understand that. But I just feel more comfortable when you get the hours that you need with no problem. In other words, that you are needed at a store and they didn't have to cut you because you were the only one there. That's what I want to feel the same way. And I know cutting down from a bigger store to a smaller store, I have that enemy where it's like, no, you know what? I don't like that aspect. But I mean, I don't know what else to say. It's the same. It was the same kind of deal at Academy, and I don't like that. It's not about the money aspect. It's more about them trying to take advantage of you because it's slow, because the business is slow. If business is slow, they have no money to pay you, and I feel like that's kind of bull. I really feel like that's bull. A company should pay their employees and not overstock their employees to a certain extent. They need to count and accumulate. See who's gonna stay, who's not gonna stay. But it's just like, I mean, again, it goes back to upgrade and downgrade at the same time. Times that I wish, I had today 2 incidents today. 2 incidents. One lady asked me if I could check her oil on her car. I said, yeah, no problem. And then the lady, she's like, no, we don't check oil on people's cars. We don't take off anything. We just do the battery and the scanner. And I'm all like, blink, 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 blink. It was hard for me not to open a hood. Hard. Because that's my immediate instinct. Pop the hood, open it. No, under the company standards, nope. You have to let the customer open the hood. Pop it and open the hood. Did that annoy me so much? That annoyed me so much. Because that's what I always used to do at my old job, is hop in the car, drive it into the bay, and then pop the hood, open it, get it all preparation for the technician. Hello, deflection. Thank you. Thumbs up, that was suck. And that's what I used to do, and it felt so much better. I felt so much better. Then the other incident was the guy needed what did the guy need? It was some liquid that we were gonna put something in. But yeah, so I'm like, what? I can't even put this. Under the company's guidelines, we cannot do this. So I'm like, oh man, the restrictions are so high I understand companies' policies and restrictions, but it just it's hard for me to not do these things that I've been doing for 6 years, and it's I'm so used to. I still to this day touch people's tires and feel around and tell them they need tires. Still today, and it's just a thing that I have that you've been trained your brain to think about it, to do so. So you're not allowed to check the oil. No, I'm not allowed under company standards, and that was my old job that I could do anything with the vehicle. I could check the coolant, the brakes, do the whole runaround. It's called um, 92 point inspection, where you look at the vehicle all the way around. Make sure everything is working and proper, make sure things are tagged, nothing missing, and it just feels so weird. I would quit then. No, why would I quit for? I mean, why? There's no reason. It's just me and my mentality where I want to get down and dirty with it and get up in there because, again, like I said earlier, I am the person that used to open the hood, check everything, make sure everything's fine, inspect the brakes, inspect the control arms, inspect every single thing. I can't do a job that goes against my morals. I know, but it's company policy. It's not a shop. It's not a shop. If it was at a shop, it would be very understandable. I'd be like, well, I can't do this. But this is not a shop. I'm coming from a shop. That's why I said this is an upgrade and a downgrade at the same time. Because it's hard for me to have my standards and be like, because I did that a lot. I was always paying attention to the people in the parking lot. Like, they're pulling me here, they're pulling me there, and the people at my job are like, don't let them do that because they'll keep pulling you from every which way in the parking lot. I'm like, ugh, that's what I used to do. I was like, I used to assist people all the time with their car needs, whatever their car needs, and whatever I help them, whatever they need. Change something, do something like this. That's what I used to do. Right? But yeah, upgrade and downgrade at the same time. I really do miss being at a shop. I just feel so weird sometimes. Some days I'm like, sobbing because I wanna, don't. I mean, I understand some of the customers. Sometimes I do, want to talk to customers and explain to stuff. Who else is here in this live stream? Oh, just you. I started 18 minutes ago. I'm about to hop off. Gotta go to work in the morning again. Gotta get some rest. Some rest. Is your Paco, what are you doing? Oh, he's in. Is your salary higher at least? Well, I don't have salary, but I have hourly. My old job, we got paid almost on everything. Spiffs, we got tire spiffs, we got spiffs on different kind of things. We got paid bonuses. We had bonus with we would sell, if we meet the criteria, let's say we sell 5 alignments a week every single day, 5 alignments, and we meet that criteria for like a whole week, we get $300 bonus. And then if we meet the criteria of opening credit cards just 2 a day for a whole week, we get $600 bonuses. And then if we meet the tire budget, so many tires, usually tire budget will be like 45 tires, we get at least about 200 and something. So the bonuses did kick in. The bonuses help. So you're looking like a good amount of check. That's why it was so weird for not. Now I'm kind of like, dang man. I'm thinking back about my bonuses and stuff. Like, it's so weird. Well, per hour is more here, but less bonuses. Well, there's no bonuses. There's nothing. There's no spiffs. No bonuses. I'm gonna go refill my cup. I mean, you got a lot of spiffs, and then on top of that, you get at my old job we get what is that thing called? Ugh. Have you looked into discount tire? Yeah, all they do is tires. They don't do nothing else. I think they give bonuses. Yeah, their technicians have to work their balls off. They have to do at least per technician, I believe they're supposed to do, I think 35 tires a day. So they have to bust ass to get something. They gotta bust ass. I had a friend, he used to work for a discount tire right by me, and man, his arms were hurting, his back was hurting, because you gotta be jacking the car up, you don't have any lifts, and everything else. And the people in the front, of course, they get their own kind of spiffs, and they get their own kind of things. But they try not to do all that. Yeah, I know it is. It's pretty intense. That's why you see them always going fast, and that's why I don't trust all the time people going fast on doing that, because you could strip lug nuts. You can the lug nuts could go over tighten and stuff like that. Terrifies me when people will start going fast around your vehicle. Like, no man, you want a service that is not fast but decent. Not freaking NASCAR over here, and they're not halfway. They're halfway doing their job, halfway not doing their job. You said you were only allowed to do 2 things? Well, with the vehicle, yeah. Check batteries and check the scan to see if anybody got any codes. That's it. But other than that, I could give people parts, I could do all that other stuff indoors, but outdoors is different. Paco, you eating so messy. I gave Paco an apple. He's got apple all over his face. Yeah, and it feels weird sometimes, giving orders to people that I barely even know. I didn't give orders at all to this new location yet. A lot of the people that I used to work with on the bigger side on my old location, I mean, they were new, so they didn't know who was who, But if somebody walks in your building and then all of a sudden you got a new manager and they're giving you orders, that's annoying. You don't want that. I don't want to be that type of person. I was never that type of person. Even when I was working at Academy, if we got a new manager, I would be scared. I'd be like, oh Lord, the new manager's gonna make me do this, gonna make me do that. Oh my God, I'm so scared, And so I just laid back and see how these people were, and see how they work, if they work decent, if they work clean, and that's it. I give the orders later on. And when I gave orders this week, they finally they understood who I was, and that's one thing. It's all about boundaries. So you just a battery seller. What brand batteries? The brand of batteries, I cannot give that away because that tells the company's name. Uh, no, I'm not just a battery seller. I sell parts. I sell lots of parts. Car parts. Paco, are you gonna get? He's got a piece of apple on his nose. He put it in his bowl and he's eating it. Parts too. Okay. Yeah, I sell parts. I get what people, people don't understand. That's one thing too. Again, that's another downgrade and upgrade at the same time because I'm downgrading from what I know to a different subject. So when people go to you, they go to a parts store, all they think, a lot of the folks, and I was never one. First of all, I looked down on a parts person, but the people that are turning wrenches laugh at you because maybe you don't know a certain part. And it's like, bro, I turn wrenches too, bro. And it's like you can't even be cocky with it, but you can tell them, I know what you're talking about, I know what you're saying. They're like, okay, this is annoying. I say, yes, I know how. Like, gosh, it's just frustrating me. It's just so frustrating because they look down on you like you don't know nothing, and you're just a person that sells parts, and you can't get any other job but sell parts. So it's like that's just annoying. It's like I know how to do these things. I've physically done some of this stuff by myself, worked on my car, and it's like I don't need to tell everybody that I have to work on my car. I'm not that cocky person. Paco likes apples. Yes, he does. He's eating one right now. Paco, show them how messy you are. Look, he's got it on his nose. Oh, like, how you trying to cover it up? Now he doesn't want to talk. So he's trying to get it off his face. Oh, he got it off. He's like, get that camera out of my face. Mr. Poops. He got it out. Do you sense that others in your field look down on you or maybe don't take you serious doing the work since you're a female? Sometimes, not the co-workers, but the actual customers. But the actual customers sometimes they well, you may not know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. A lot of people do that. I only got it a couple of times at my old location, and then this new location I haven't gotten yet. But I'm just like, okay, the customer's right. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, I used to love rubbing it in too. I used to love rubbing it in whenever I was working at a shop. And be like, you came to the professionals, bro. We know what we're talking about. The facts behind everything is right here. You cannot tell me, no, my brakes and rotors are fine. Can I show you over here? Can I show you the specs, what they should be and what they shouldn't be? It's hilarious. Because your coworkers already know of your abilities. No, they really don't. Barely speaking. Today, the one guy that I had complications with in the very beginning, I had complications with him. We got off on the wrong foot. I still haven't shook his hand and told him that I know we got off on the wrong foot, but we're gonna go forward with it. But he today, again, he's still perky and wants to know, everything. He's young. I understand people are young. And then he's like, so is that your BMW? I was like, yeah, that's my E46. If anybody knows chassis of BMWs and they tell me, oh, I have an E90s or E46 or E36, we're talking BMW tire. We ain't just saying BMW. We're saying the actual chassis. And that's how I know I'm talking to enthusiasts whenever it comes to chassis with BMWs. I'm like, oh, you have an E30s? Oh yeah, I have an E30 and I have an E36. We don't just say BMW, we actually say the chassis. He's younger and cockier, probably. Yeah, he is. He's in his mid-20s or so. 20, 25 probably. Where, he's also a manager too, but he's trying to get his head up in the field. And, I told him, it's not how you do it. The sun is blazing through here, bro. Yeah, but yeah, he asked me about. I guess your favorite color is blue, and I told him no. I mean, I like blue, and I have blue hair, blue green hair, but the way he was representing why I have everything kind of, it's teal, not blue. First of all, teal's different from blue. So I corrected him. I was like, yeah, I like teal. I said, well, it's because I watched this anime named Spirit Away, and it's the dragon's theme. So my theme is the dragon, teal blue ish. And so he's like, oh yeah, you like anime? I mean, he was getting all into it too. He was like really into everything. He's like, oh my god, your car says you drift. Do you drift? People, again, they want to know all at once, and I'm like, bruh. And luckily, a customer was there to stop and intervene so we can just break away with the conversation. But I just told him a little bit of the conversation, and I'm like, let's go, let's get to work, buddy. Maybe one day we'll talk again. Just calm your horses down. That's what I told my grandma. That's why I said in my last live stream, I tried to park far away, but apparently this guy saw me coming out of my car, and he's like, oh my god, now I apologize for being a dick. I mean, being a day. Yeah, that too. When I was working at an academy, I had this girl, and I would call her Dory because she was literally Dory. She literally thought like Dory, Finding Nemo. Same thing, like freaking lost world, just smiling all the time. Like she'll constantly be smiling, and then she'll forget, and she's like, "What was I doing? Oh, that's right. Oh, what were we saying? Oh, I don't remember. I got lost. So I would always call her Dory. The first time I met her, I told her, I was like, okay, so I'm gonna be training you today. So we're gonna go ahead and do this, this, and that, and everything bypassed her. Everything. Again, that's why I named her Dory. Everything bypassed her, and she's like, "So you live on this side of town? Do you have a boyfriend? Do you have a girlfriend? Do you what kind of car you drive? Do you live on this side of town? Oh, hey, did you go to school around here?" Like she was popping, boom, boom, boom. I was like, "Whoa, oh man." Dang, sound like you want to know so much all at once. She said it back to back to back to back. You have a boyfriend? You have blah, blah, blah. Like, dang, son. Like she was after it. I know. And she's like, you have pets? You have any pets? Do you have a dog? Do you have a cat? You have a bird? She was literally, again, she was Dory. And I told her, can we just concentrate here? And then one time I told her, I think I said this on my long live stream ago, popping the questions nonstop. Yeah, she was going crazy, man. She was crazy. And then I told her, I said, okay, right here we put customer stuff on hold. And so you're going to put the customer's name right here. And then you're going to put the time that they're going to be here. And then you're going to put it in the front for the customer to come get it. And then she put the customer's name. I think I said this when you were here one time. She actually put the customer's name. Customer's name. That's and I said, no. I said the customer's name. Let's say if it was Ken, you put Ken. And she starts scratching like, oh my God. she was just hilarious. She liked you, baby. No, she was just young. She was very young. Not knowledgeable. Probably her first job, I'm not sure. I have her Instagram, but I never really talked to her. Paco, what you doing? Paco, you know better. He's upside down. Paco, why are you upside down? Mr. Poops. She wrote customer's name. Yeah, she literally wrote that. I told her, you put customer's name. You put the customer's name. And she actually put the customer's name. I said, no, not that. You know, that's what one thing too. I know it's hilarious. That's one thing too about how we train our kids to say something. Whenever you train your kids, he says, say thank you. And then the kid goes, thank you. And it's like, man, son, how come the kid never said, say thank you? Like, it's so weird. He said, tell them bye. Bye. They say bye. They say actual bye. They know the meaning of, can you say, do you say bye, you know. It's crazy. Paco, what you doing? Look at it. He's gonna drop it. Look at Paco. He's got it in his. What you doing? How you gonna take that big piece? You got a big piece of apple in his mouth. Look, you gotta drop it. He's like, get away, it's my apple. It's mine. Oh. He's like, get the camera on my face so I can eat it. You're funny, Paco. Yeah, I know, Paco being cuckoo. He's falling all over creations. It's gonna fall, Paco. It's gonna fall. Keep it in your bowl so you can eat it. I would like to give him chunks and stuff. Like, my cousin too says, get the half of an apple and cut it in half and then give him give him 25 cents, a quarter of the apple. And so I give a quarter of the apple to Paku, and I give a quarter of the apple to Goguru. Because Goguru, he can eat apples too. Where I was going with that was because you don't want to give him small pieces because he'll choke on it and stuff. So you let him bite off a piece that he needs. Does Paco understand what you're telling him? I'm pretty sure. He's been living on this earth for 14 years. Paco's old. Right, Paco? The sun is blazing. Oh, let me see. I think yesterday I went to sleep. I tried to go to sleep around 11. You know, as time passes by, I'm gonna get rest. But tomorrow will be the last day. I'll go in at 7, and then I'll be coming in at 10. 10 and 9. At least I don't have to. Again, at least I don't have to stay all the way until 12 o'clock in the morning. He should have learned English by now. I know, right? Well, no, he was in the he was in the veterinarian office, so nobody's gonna teach him English. And I thought he would talk like. Does he talk like her? No, sometimes you hear him like chirping in the back or just being silly. And he, when Roomba Maria comes around, he's like, ah, ah, ah. He starts going crazy. He go crazy. So what you doing, deflection? Are you at work? I'm gonna go work on my cup. Oh. And then tomorrow, after the long ass day, rest for a little bit. Off today. Oh, snappers! I don't know when my next day off is. I'm taking all the hours I can get too, because these people are trying to chingle at me. They try to tamper with my schedule, and again, if I wasn't promised that I was gonna have, hours and stuff, then I wouldn't be complaining. I'll be like, that's fine. Not complaining, not complaining. Stand my ground. And then now they know that, oh, I'm not gonna mess with her. Of course, they're gonna mess with the schedule and stuff, but I'll be like that someday. I had me some sweet and sour chicken today. I'm getting hungry again. Hungry. Paco says, what? And yesterday too, freaking my nose was still stuffy. And then the lady today, she was cleaning. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so allergic to dust, I can't. Do you work more than 40 hours? Do they pay overtime, like time and a half? It's kind of mixed emotions. I'm not sure. At my old location, they were just fine with the hours. Same time, like a whole month flew by, and I didn't even know. Over here, it feels like I only been there for a week and 3 days, and it feels like forever. Especially they're so slow, man. Oh my God, it bugs me. It bugs me, and it's so freaking slow. At my old location, we had a line out the door. And so we kept ourselves occupied. And it was hard to not be occupied. Like, oh my gosh. I didn't hear you. Yeah, that was my former, yeah. Paco, are you eating your feet? Are you eating your feet? I guess he's cleaning up. He's got crumbs on his feet. What time is it? Oh, 6:17. Not bad. Oh boy. Well, actually, I went to another job too between NTB and my new job. And I have a whole thing about it on my last season. A whole thing about it, man. Gosh, that job was so stressful. This fucker take showers or baths. No, I spray him with water, so I guess a shower. Well, that guy coming in hot. Anyways, guys, so thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.